and welcome to BrittanyRuss.com, a place of encouragement for the world-weary believer. And if you have been with me for very long at all, you'll know that we just finished up a series on 1 Samuel, which was phenomenal. And then last week I got a little personal and talked about some people that are really close to my heart. And those are people who came to the Lord with baggage and scars and a past, just like me, so I can relate to you. And it's really this exploration of the story of Moses, who grew up in a very worldly home, and God pulled him out of that into the wilderness so that God could use him for a greater purpose. And so that's something I can relate to. And so if that's you, I would really encourage you to read it. It's called For All the Ones Raised in Pharaoh's House. And if it's not, I hope that you'll read it anyway, because it'll give you insight into people who grew up maybe not in a Christian home or rebelled and just came with a lot of baggage. And I think that'll really hopefully give you some insight. But this week we're starting a new series, which I'm very excited about. It's called Breaking Down the Basics. And it started when I wrote a small group study on witnessing. And I realized this is something that really helped me, even though I've been in ministry for 12 years and I've been a Christian for 14 years. Because as someone who works so behind the scenes in ministry, sometimes I can forget to invite people to church or to personally witness one-on-one or minister to people. And so for me, it was so refreshing to just be reminded of those things that are so practical to witnessing. And so it really began this exploration of very basic items like prayer and worship and witnessing and so forth. And it's not just for people who are new to the faith, it's people who've been a Christian for a long time, because maybe you're so far removed from being reminded about those basics that you've sort of forgotten. And so this is what this series is all about. It's breaking down the basics and reminding ourselves of those central Christian acts and beliefs that we can implement in our lives. And today's all about witnessing, and we're going to look at what does the Bible have to say about witnessing? What is it? How do we live it out? Let's be very practical about witnessing. And I think that that's going to really help you as you move forward. I know that for me, it refreshed me to work on those relationships with unbelievers that I might have, or when I'm out in public, not being afraid to talk about God, or the list goes on. So that's what today is about. I started off with such a phenomenal story that you don't want to miss it. So please read below. It's a party that was thrown for a prostitute based on a true story. So I hope that you'll read it and then see what the Bible has to say about witnessing. Find some practical steps in living that out. And then if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And then I will try to answer them the best that I can. But I really am praying for you, and I hope that this refreshes you, encourages you, gives you maybe some steps or some thoughts that you didn't have before that can help you be a more effective witness for Christ. And there's a lot of meat down there, so please read it. And then come back here next week as we continue a series on breaking down the basics. Have a great week. Bye.